Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel here on Joe Collectible Chronicles. And I want to get on here and talk about a few things. So, I want to talk about some of the regrets I have for 2023 for my collecting hobby. Some of the things that I did good, and some things I kind of just dropped the ball with. So, let me take it back to this. So, I was looking at my YouTube, and I looked at my the beginning of 23 video, and in the beginning of that video I stated that I was trying to get, I think it was Pac-Man. I wanted to get the Pac-Man, the new Pac-Man Legacy, which is called now the Pac-Man Deluxe. But I want to get that Pac-Man right there, and I want to get Marvel's Capcom 2. I believe that's what my attempts were at the time of me trying to get. So looking back on it, I'm glad I got Marvel's Capcom 2. Yes, the cabinet has a bunch of controversies, but I really enjoy playing the cabinet. I'm glad I got it in my collection, and I feel like my collection wouldn't be complete if I didn't have it. I haven't had any issues with it. It plays good. There's a lot of stuff like with the internet, we don't keep updating it. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm pretty content with playing the cabinet. Now, the Deluxe Pac-Man. Okay. So the Deluxe Pac-Man, I don't have in my collection. I never did retrieve that one. Fast forward and back, I originally had this cabinet. I bought the Legacy version of it with I think it was like the 14 games on it. And I played it, but I didn't play it a lot. And at the time, I had a bunch of Pac-Man, because I also had Pac-Man 40th edition, and I had Miss Pac-Man. So it didn't get a lot of play. So when I'm collecting, normally what I do is I'll collect one thing for a little while, and I'll take a break, and I'll pivot, and then start collecting on another thing that I collect. So I'm always collecting, but I'm not always collecting the same thing all year round. That's why my videos kind of vary sometimes on different things that I'm doing at the time. So with Arcade 1-Up, I kind of been like taking a lot of breaks with it, because for the most part, they only had 2 new titles to come out this year. And I've been one of those ones who's been advocating new titles, because I want to see something new. I want more from Arcade 1-Up as a consumer. So I just kind of pivoted from one thing to another. So in that process, I went, to my statues. And statue collecting is a different beast altogether. Your premium format statues, they range from 300 to 800 to 1400 to 3500. It costs a grip. So it's a really difficult hobby to maintain, given the state of the world and how things are. So if you can get something on a deal or a trade, most likely you'll go for it if you really want that piece, if you really want to acquire that piece. So when I went to the Barnyard Flea Market, I ran into a dude who had a small collection of statues he was selling. He had Funko Pops, he had various things, but he didn't have an Arcade 1-Up. And when me and him was talking, he was trying to sell this piece in particular that I wanted. And it was like he was trying to sell it for like $350 or something like that, $350, $320. So I was gonna go down there and try to see if I could haggle him down. I took a little bit of money with me. I think I was trying to get him down to 200, maybe 250, something like that. So in the midst of talking, he was aware of my YouTube channel. He knew I had a bunch of Arcade 1-Ups, and he was like, "Yo, I took a Arcade 1-Up like for a trade." And I was like, "Well, I know I got what I want my parting with." So I ended up parting with my Legacy cabinet, and that was that. Since I've done that, being a collector, one of the things that I've noticed, and I see a lot of people on YouTube talk about this sometimes, but they don't really get in depth with it. So when you collect something, it's most likely, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the thought of getting what you're trying to collect fester in your mind. It's kind of like something you'll use. I use it to like keep my mind off of things. Like if I'm working hard at work, bills are high, you know, stress is going on with this and that, trying to maintain. You know, if you got any kind of family situations going on that you're trying to keep your head, you know, right about, it's nice to have something that you can put your mind on, that you can kind of just change tracks, is how I like to describe it. And because usually most time I can only think about one thing at a time. I do believe I have that HDD, whatever they call that thing. I really believe I have that because my mind is always constantly going. So I have to keep changing tracks sometimes. And as a collector, once you have something in your collection, you feel good about it. It's like a sense of pride and a sense of accomplishment. So once you get that item, you move on to the next, and then you work towards getting that, and you move on to the next. It's kind of how it goes with just about everybody I see who collects. So when you have something in your collection and you part with it, sometimes it kind of like eat at you a little bit, because you'll kind of have that like that memories, that thought process be coming back like, dang, I remember when I had this right here and I had it in my collection. And even though I didn't really play it that much, you know, I had it. And it just something about the fact that I had it. And the version I had wasn't really that great compared to what they offer now. So I felt like it was a great thing as far as me trading that cabinet, because literally I did the best thing I possibly could have done, you know, not having the foresight of knowing months later that it was going to come out with a deluxe cabinet of that same cabinet with light up coin doors, with the screen being tilted in the proper way, and just all around better looking, no riser. And even more so the XL cabinet, which is a larger cabinet with a 19-inch screen with light up buttons, light up controls. So I felt like it was almost like this was the best thing I could have done, but I never did capture the cabinet. I never did get it. And part of the reason why I didn't get the cabinet was because there were other cabinets that I felt like I would rather have, and I pretty much put all my attention on trying to occupy that cabinet, trying to get it, trying to obtain it. Because that's the thing about it. You can only get so many. You can only get so many in your room, and you have to kind of sit back and like weigh your options of like, what is the best cabinet for me to go for? What is the best cabinet? Kind of like putting all your eggs in one basket. You kind of got to sit there and do it like that. That's how I have to do it. I can't just buy cabinets, just like boom, 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 boom. Like every time something drops, just buy it. I mean, because at the end of the day, I have responsibilities. I have a wife. I have kids. All my kids are older. My two daughters, they still stay home with me. And, you know, they're older. That's 18 and 21. Well, 19 and 21 because they're getting older. They still stay at home. So I still have responsibilities towards them, you know, work on their vehicles and, you know, spending time with my family and stuff, and then paying bills and then taking care of things for the wife, and you know how it goes. So you really can't just buy just something that you want just because you feel like you work hard and you deserve this. You can do that sometimes, but you have to do it sparingly, so that way you're not considered to be selfish. I try not to be selfish, but sometimes I do things that kind of come off as I'm selfish because I try to stick to the plan of what I'm trying to do. I try to be determined. So a lot of times I have to put all my attention on if you're going to get a cabinet, or if you're going to get a statue, or if you're going to get, because I'm also doing I have another hobby I have as well. I do I have a model train layout that I do. It's kind of fun. It's a new hobby I started. It was a hobby I started because it's like a less expensive hobby, and it's something that I can do that I can get satisfaction from, that the parts I purchase are not expensive at all. You know, sometimes I have purchased parts for it. It's like $7, $4, and then go all the way up to, so far the highest I've seen is like maybe $130. So it's not bad. So I started kind of doing that as well as of alternative, you know, to a lot of the other expensive hobbies that I do. So that's what I mean by like kind of how I pivot from one thing to the next. So with that being said, when it comes to my Arcade 1-Up hobby, I have to pick and choose my battles. So I didn't get Pac-Man. I feel bad about not getting Pac-Man. Now, I got other cabinets that I think were better choices to get in this year. I feel like it was better because they get played more. And it's a possibility I would have got Pac-Man and probably still would not have played it because I didn't play it the first time. Not like playing it crazy, like. But it still kind of nags at me that I didn't get it. I wanted to get the XL Pac-Man because I felt like the XL Pac-Man is the ultimate Pac-Man. If you want to get Pac-Man, the original, the OG, the yellow one, you got to go for the XL because it's the best. It's the best they can come up with. They really can't get no better than that, really, unless they have it where the buttons actually work, where you can, the corner-up buttons actually work. To me, that's the most that they can really do at this point. I wasn't a fan of the light-up buttons on the controls, but I like overall what they was trying to do. I like the concept. And I kind of wish I could have went for it. Now, I didn't go for it because, for one, it's one of those cabinets that's locked behind, you know, it's in a Sam's, you know, it's in a Sam's Club. So, not Sam's Club. I don't know why I'm thinking Sam's Club. It's Costco. So, it's Costco. And I don't have a Costco account. I do have a Sam's account. That's why I thought about it. And it's like, for me, I'm not finna spend like $200 and something just to get a Costco account just to buy. At the time, it was like, I think it was like $5.99, like $600 to buy this cabinet. I couldn't even really justify that to my wife because we already got Sam's Club. So we really don't need Costco as well. I mean, I know they sell different. Some of their stuff is some little different, but basically two stores is competitors for each other. So I mean, you really don't have to you don't have to have both, and that still would be money that's being spent for what. So I didn't get it because of that. Now they got it. I think they got it on sale now for the holidays. They got it for like, I think it's like as low as $300. I think. I'm not sure. I think I seen it somewhere for that price, but I'm not sure. I might be off by that. But right now it's pretty much at the best price it can possibly be right now. I think the lowest they're gonna go with it. I think. But yeah, I feel kind of you know, I feel a lot of regret that I didn't get that cabinet. But I understand, like I said, why? Because I had to choose my battles wisely and pick the cabinets I wanted the most to play. There are a few cabinets out that I still wouldn't mind having. Fast and the Furious is one of them with a 17-inch screen, you know, with the gear shifter on it. You know, the 4-speed gear shifter that everybody says is real fun to play. Yes, it does have the concession with the one game, and you know it's being split. It's 2 games. It's split into one. You know, it's split up. It's basically made into one game. And all of that right there. But the biggest thing that I take away from it is, one, you drive with a Camaro. Camaro is my favorite car. And it's actually my same year Camaro that's in the game. So the cars don't really bother me as much. I think the Skyline is still in the game. And it does have the lane Mitsubishi. Not the one on the front of it, but it has the other Mitsubishi that's on it. So, I mean, I can kind of rock with that. But the biggest thing that I take away from watching reviews about that particular cabinet is everybody who played it all have said it's fun. Everybody said it's fun. And I mean, if you don't get hung up on all the you know, the legalities of it and, you know, the legitimacies of it being compared to the real corn-op, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. And I think I played Fast and the Furious. I want to say, I can't remember where I played it at. I played it somewhere. I can't remember where I played. I can't even remember. But I do remember playing the arcade version of it. And it was cool. I had a lot of fun playing it. I want to say Dave & Buster's or something like that. But I don't think it was Dave & Buster's. But I feel like it might have been something like that. But I enjoyed playing the game from what I remember. I didn't get it far. And I think I played like one race or two. But it was the fact I had fun playing the corn-op. So the arcade 1-up, I'm really curious to see how it is, to see how it plays, and myself. And I think I'll probably enjoy it. And it probably get a lot of play in my Rubik's game cube. I believe game room, my Rubik's cube game room. So I believe, you know, get a lot of play in there. You know, maybe I don't know how the family would, you know, gravitate to it. It's kind of hard to say because I don't really have a lot of people in my room. I'm an introvert at heart. I have a switch that I can kind of switch sometimes where I become extrovert and, you know, like it'll slowly go back to introvert. But, I mean, that's just how I am. So I don't really tend to have a lot of people in my room, but when I do, it's fun. And I'm curious to see what they gravitate to that cabinet. So that's the cabinet I wouldn't mind having in my collection. The other cabinet I wouldn't mind having, that's kind of a regret, because like I said, I couldn't get them all for this year. I couldn't get them all. Is Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair, I wanted, mostly what got me really wanting Dragon's Lair was watching Michael B's channel, Sheilon's channel, B Kong's channel, like a lot of the OGs in the game. Like I was watching their stuff, and it kind of made me, some cabinets I feel like there was like concreted your collection as being legit. I never did go for Tron because I wasn't really a big, type of player that would play games like that. I feel like that'd be something I personally would get bored with. I don't really have nostalgia with Tron, but I love how Tron looks. Tron looks amazing. And I feel like the best way to display it would be to have like your maybe your early 90s games, but like have a wall that's dedicated to your 80s classics. Like, have Tron, have Dragon's Lair, have Star Wars, have Pac-Man. That's what I kind of want to do. But like I said, space is always, something I don't have a lot of, and as always, you're trying to utilize as much of it as you can for the cabinets they're gonna get most play. So that's why I didn't go for Tron. Dragon's Lair is one I still want to get. Even though I have been told by so many people that that's gonna be the cabinet that's gonna drive me nuts, because I'm the type of person that I have a short attention span when it comes to stuff. And if I'm playing and I constantly keep it and start all over again, because like if you make a mistake on that game, you gotta start over. It's gonna take me out of it. I'm gonna be like, man, forget this right here. I have to go do something else. So I can see that happening with me, like probably in the first hour of playing it. But I still want it because I like how the track mode is. I heard it has the best track mode than any arcade 1-up. And I've seen the videos of it, and it's cool. The whole concept of it is cool. Playing with a cartoon character and directing his steps. I think it's cool. I don't like the price of it. I don't see why it's still coming up as like $600 or something. Like I don't see why. I mean, maybe it's because the LP or whatever, the IP or whatever. But still, it's got a riser, so I feel like it shouldn't be that high. I feel like it should be marked down by now. But I think it's one of those cabinets that came out that was like Arcade 1-Up Direct. I'm not sure, but I don't know, because Walmart has it now, so I'm not sure. But either case, I kind of want that cabinet, but it's not one I'm really pushing for. Because like I said, I feel like it's gonna just be like maybe kind of a paperweight in my collection. But I do want it because, like there again, like I said, I feel like it's one of those cabinets that make your collection legit. But I didn't go for that cabinet this year, so that's one of the regrets I have for this year. I even got classic cabinets I want to get. Like I want to get NBA Jam. I want to get what's the one that said I cannot think of that cabinet right now. My mind just went blank. It'll come to me. It's the 4-player cabinet that they have at GameStop. Golden Axe. I kind of want to get the Golden Axe cabinet. I think the artwork on it is cool. It's legit. I like that cabinet. But once again, the problem with Golden Axe is, and this is a problem that everybody have, once again, it's 4-player. And 4-players eat up space in your collection, because it's pretty much a 4-player takes up the space of a half a cab. It's pretty much half a cab of space of what it takes up. And once you start putting them side by side, you eating up space that you could fit literally 2 more cabinets in the space that you got those 3. So you could fit 5 on that wall, regular size cabinets. But since you got 4 players, you're gonna fit 3, and that's a huge that's a huge thing, man. That's a huge concession to make when it comes to space. Like I said, that's more cabinets you could squeeze in your area. So yes, I didn't go for that one because of that reason. Shinobi is a classic. Alter Beast is a classic. I mean, it had some bangers on that cabinet. And I think it's still like $500, I believe. It still never really dropped down too low. I don't know if GameStop is running a sale on it right now, but even if they was, I really couldn't cop it because I just don't have the room for it. And I don't want to make my room too tight. I like my area to be spacious, where I could walk through. if I had to put a blow up mattress in my room because if somebody, you know, get sick or whatever, and I gotta work. I can't be exposed to all that. I gotta get this money. So I gotta, you know, it's been times I had to throw a blow up mattress in my room, and I ain't trying to have where I can't even lay down in here. You know, that's when I feel like I didn't went too far. Which was part of the reason why my area right here is in the closet, because it gives me more room for my cabinets in my main room. And it works out pretty well. I think it works out pretty well because when this is not in here, this area is pretty much closed off. And yes, it's cool. You can come in here, you can pick out like whatever movies that you want to get, you know, over here. You can pick out whatever movies that you want to watch or whatever. And all the thousands of movies I have. I think I have like 700 movies in my closet. So you can come in here and pick out any movie you want. And, you know, if I'm talking to somebody and like, hey, let me show you my pop collection, I come in here and, you know, go through my pops or whatever like that. But other than that, that's really all this room was basically used for, was just that. So I figured, hey, let me just do it like this. That way I can come in here and I can play my games in here, play my PS5. And, you know, like I said, eventually I'm going to do PC gaming in here. And boom, boom, bam. So I had to make more room like that. And it just made more sense. So that happened. So that freed up a lot of more space in the room for more arcade machines. Like I say, you know, it's a hobby, so you kind of can help me keep buying them. But I didn't get that cabinet, even though I made a little bit more space, but I didn't get that cabinet because I didn't want to eat up the space of it. So that's the cabinet. Golden Axe, it did not get purchased. Same thing with NBA Jam. NBA Jam is a 4-player, same issue. I would have rather got NBA Jam probably over Blitz. Because I can see myself playing NBA Jam more than playing Blitz. I like basketball more than football. But I jumped on Blitz because of the sale at Ollie's. Couldn't help it. I love when I catch them on sale. And that's a whole different type of feeling. And it's easier for me to negotiate that right there with the wife, with the funds and stuff, to explain, you know, hey, it's on sale for this price, and normally it costs this price, and I can show it to her. So it's more of a, okay, you can get that one, you know, or you should get that one. So that's the thing. I got to run everything to the CEO. You know what I mean? My wife, you know, that's pretty much how she is. I might be the boss, but she pretty much run everything. So I still try to run everything past her before I make decisions with my hobbies and stuff. Now, if it's something else, then it might be different. But the hobbies, I know that's a optional thing that I like to do. So I didn't get that cabinet as well, and I don't really have a lot of regret towards it because they keep bringing NBA Jam out. What I do not like though is the classic NBA Jam with the riser. It's still high. I mean, it's still like $500 something. And then you got the Shaq edition that's like, I think almost $6. And then you got the new one that's coming out that's a little bit more than that, or closer to Shaq. It's just, their prices are so weird. It's so weird. Like, the way it should be, the classic NBA Jam, they should be trying to move it off out of stock. They should be trying to get rid of that one because they got 2 other NBA Jams that's coming, or they have already, that's pretty much occupying the same space. So you would think they would mark the classic one down. See, then I could see myself trying to squeeze it in my room. They did that because, you know, it's cheap. That cabinet should be like $300, $250. In my opinion, because it's old and it's been out for a long time, and you got 2 newer versions of that cabinet already out. That's what they don't understand about Arcade 1Up. It's like they be trying to get you, like they be trying to get you sometimes with money, man. Like, you actually got to pay attention to the sales and pay attention to what's going on. Because if you just be looking at something that you want and you not paying attention to nothing else, you'll pay like a lot of money for it and then mess around and it'll drop in price, you know, because it's a holiday or whatever it is, and you didn't pay all this money, you feel stupid for it. So you got to really pay attention to it. I mean, look at, because another cabinet I thought about getting too, look at the new Street Fighter with the Dynamo cabinet. That cabinet right now is, what, $300, I think, right now, again. And a lot of people went on their YouTube saying, oh, this cabinet will never be this price, it'll never be this price again. Y'all need to get it, y'all need to get it. I'm not going to be a person to tell y'all to get nothing. I'm going to tell y'all, get what you want to get. All I'm gonna tell you is what I did, or how, you know, or why I did what I did. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If you choose to buy something, you choose to buy something. I'm just gonna tell you my experience with it, what I liked about it, why I purchased it. If you should get it, you know, I might be like, you know, if you're trying to get it, and if it's something that you want, then yeah, you should go for it if you want it. But at the end of the day, you make your own decision, man. You buy what you want to buy. But that's how I look at it. And Street Fighter Deluxe with the Dynamo cabinet, I like how the cabinet's designed. I didn't go for it because I felt like the cabinet was amazing. That little piece in the front, though, I saw videos of it being kind of loose. I'm not sure that it was just a one-off situation or that's how all of them is. I don't know. But the reason why I didn't go for getting it because of the fact that I already have a bunch of Street Fighters in my collection already. I got Legacy, I got Big Blue. I have what I got? I think I got another one too. Can't think of it right now. I think all I have is Legacy and Big Blue, I think. But then I got all the Marvels in there too. So I didn't need that one. And it has the same 14 games that Yoga Flame and Shinduken has. And I feel like that was a real lazy move on Arcade 1-Up. They could have added one new game, at least add one new game. I mean, that's how they did with Marvel vs. Capcom too. You know, at least give us something other than just a cabinet design. Because, I mean, I'm decent when it comes to doing woodwork and stuff. So I could have created, I could make a cabinet. Making a cabinet ain't hard. It's the emulation and the controls and everything being exactly how it's supposed to be is the hard part to me. Because I'm not that good with that part. At least not yet. So that's the only issue that, you know, I have with it. So the cabinet design, you get points for that. But you're not enough points to make me spend my money if you ain't adding nothing to the actual game itself. So that's why I didn't get that one. Now for the price they're selling it for, it's tempting. $300. $300 is my sweet spot. I feel like that's how much these cabinets started out being. I feel like that's how much they should have stayed being. Because at the end of the day, yes, it is particle board. It is particle board, cheap particle board with stickers on it. You know, that's basically what it is. But I love it. I love the hobby. I'm not putting it down because I enjoy it. I spend my money on it, and I spend a lot of money on it. But $300 is where I feel like it should have stayed. I don't have the control of the prices. They go up. I mean, if I want it bad enough, I'm going to buy it, which I have. So, I mean, that's what it is. But when they have them marked down for that price, it's tempting. It's very tempting. Because then I can justify it so much more easier on me making that purchase. But I didn't do it for that one. So far, I only caught 3 cabinets this year. And that was, Mortal Kombat. Not Mortal Kombat. I don't know why that one just popped in my head. I think I'm thinking about Mortal Kombat Deluxe. I didn't get that one either, but that's because I kept my OG. I kept my OG Mortal Kombat. My screen is good. Yes, I don't have Wi-Fi on it, but hey, I still play the same games. It's exactly the same thing. It didn't change nothing on the games itself. It's the same exact games. You know, same screen. Only thing they did was take away the riser, and I think they gave you Foco Condor, and they made the marquee better. They did slight improvements, almost like an iPhone. So I didn't make that choice. I didn't jump on that. So that's why I didn't do the Mortal Kombat thing. But getting back to what I was saying, the cabinets I did cop this year, I caught Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I had to get that one because of the hype. I wanted to get it when it first dropped. I hate the money. It sold out before I could buy it. So that one kind of stuck in my mind. Once I get committed to get something and I got myself hyped up to get it, and if I don't get it, oh, you better believe I'm going to go for it next time I get it. Next time I get the opportunity. So once the opportunity presented itself, I made the moves and made it happen. So I ended up getting that one in my collection. So I got that one. I got Star Wars. Star Wars was the first one to come out in the beginning of 2023. I got that one because how they were talking about it. And I got it also because I never did have the original Star Wars. And I heard so much about that arcade machine. So many YouTubers said that was pretty much the best arcade 1-Up machine that cabinets ever been made. And I gotta tell you the truth. In my opinion, I kind of agree with that because it looks exactly almost, to me, it looks exactly like the original, except for it's just a smaller version of it. So I mean, I think an XL would be 100% the real deal. I feel like just about the real deal. And I'm not really a big person. Like I'm not the type person who would sit here and say that I think arcade 1-Up is better than Corn Ops. I am not saying that at all. But one thing I can give Arcade credit one up, Arcade one up credit for is the fact that if something goes wrong, it's easier to fix these machines. You know, it's easier to get the parts. Because I can probably go to Amazon and get some of these parts. But I can go to their customer service and get stuff fixed. And it don't take too long. At least that's why the company is here. Hopefully they be here. That issue with them not going to CES is sus. It's very sus. Very sus. That's not sparking a lot of confidence with me going forward for 2024 with my collecting hobby with this. I'm a little curious. Yeah, because that just seemed kind of weird to me. I mean, I guess they don't want to put out no products because until it's 100% ready. But it's still, I feel like at this point, I feel like it should be ready because I feel like it should be on it. Like, once y'all had dropped Time Crisis, y'all should have moved to the next thing and been securing all that and had everything ready for, the announcement for CES. So with them not being at CES, I don't know, man. It's I'm not gonna say it's a sinking ship, or they in trouble. I don't think they're in trouble financially because their cabinets do sell. I don't know what their numbers look like, but they are moving cabinets. I mean, I think so. I don't know how many like Walmart have like in stock and Best Buy have, but I went places and they've been sold out and seen it sold out. So I think they're selling. I think Fast and the Furious right now is selling way more than Time Crisis is, which I think that's due to the price. But then again, that's the issue. People don't have money like that right now. Things are tough. Jobs are laying people off a little bit and stuff is just kind of crazy right now. And you gotta, I mean, if you want to make the money, you gotta make it so that people can get what they gotta get. Don't try to get too crazy with it. But I guess the licensor is the reason why that cabinet was so high. So I just put it on that and just assume that's what the issue was with that. But yeah, that cabinet probably won't sell well. And truthfully, for me, I kind of hope it don't. Because if it don't sell well, then they're going to mark it down. So I just buy it then. So either way it go, I still end up obtaining a cabinet, but get it for a lower price. And I'd rather get it for a lower price, honestly. I'd rather get all on for a lower price. It's all about trying to get the deals. And you, like I said, you feel better with putting in your collection if you got it for the low. It's not, because the point is it still costs what it costs. But if you get it for the low, that's good. It's a win-win situation for you. So that's pretty much all my regrets I have for 2023. I'm kind of hoping I get one more cabinet for this year out. I got 3 cabinets this year. So I'm hoping I get maybe one more, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how my space look. Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting Fast and the Furious, but we'll see. Or Dragon's Lair, maybe. So that's all I got. But yeah, those are all my regrets for this year. Put in the comments, let me know what was y'all regrets y'all have for this year. What things that y'all wanted to collect y'all didn't collect. Statue wise, I think I did pretty good on statue wise. I just wanted to get this Rogue statue I had got. That's all I really wanted for this year. I wanted to get this Nightcrawler statue, but he sold out, so I can't get him. And the Morgan statue that I want to get for 2024. I don't know about that one. Yeah, it's still too early to even really discuss that one, if I'm going to go for that or not. But I was going to purchase it, and I was hoping that I think I had to put like $130 down on it. And I was hoping that I could just put that $130 on it and as a deposit. And then when the statue is produced, I could just pay the remaining balance of it. Because it's like a $1,400 statue. But they end up having it where they want you to make payments on it. And the payments was like almost $300 a month. And I was like, nah, I can't justify that because, hell, that's like me buying a cabinet every 2 months or something. I couldn't justify that. So I don't know if I'm going to even get that statue. So that's another regret I have. But that's for pretty much for next year, for 2024. So, yeah, but whatever things that y'all was trying to collect that you weren't able to do this year, just put in the comment section and let me know, and let me know your story about why you didn't get it. Because I know stuff happens, and at the end of the day, it's a hobby. So, I mean, it's not something that's life or death, but it's still something worth mentioning. But y'all be good out there. Till next time, be easy. Peace.